Hey there everybody, Graham here, and we are back once again with 20 Minutes Till Dawn. So this just got a new update introducing a character that's very on theme for the holidays, so I figured it would be time to jump in and check them out. And also, they reworked a bunch of stuff with summoning, so there's gonna be some cool stuff to look at. Yep, so here we go. We have Dasher, a reindeer girl, apparently. Let's see, starts with 2 HP, and after every 25 enemies killed, temporarily transform into a deer. While in deer form, you are invincible and deal 100 damage to enemies you run over. Deer form's damage is increased by summon damage and move speed. So, of course, we are going to be aiming for a move speed and summon build. Okay, so with that in mind, what's going to be the best weapon to get 25 kills with? That's actually a tough one. I've been having some fun with the bat gun recently. But I think we're just gonna go with the grenade launcher. And then, since we're just checking the character out for the first time, we'll go ahead and play on Darkness 0, and we'll go ahead and do the Forest. I am very curious to see how being a deer actually plays. Because from the little preview they had on Steam, it looks very funny. Oop. Alright, so I know one of the things that they reworked was Ghost Friend. They upped its speed, like the shot speed, quite a bit, and it can do on-hit effects. And it looks like... Okay, so they reworked Best Friends. Fire rate plus 10%, attack speed is increased by your fire rate. That's pretty cool. And Ghost Wizard, they inflict burn and trigger your on-hit effects. Oh, and Vengeful Ghost no longer boosts summon damage. Interesting. But let's go ahead and try it out. Yeah, so you can already see the the speed. Oh, and we're a deer. Okay, so yeah, you move insanely fast as a deer. That's awesome. All right, you know, we're gonna take dodge because we're just gonna do the. Since this is now another thing that scales with our move speed, we're gonna want as much move speed as possible, which means we'll almost certainly be picking up Gale as well as soon as we see it. Or, I think technically it's called Arrow Magic. But yeah. I guess we're the murder deer now. Oop. I love it. I just love it. And since you're invincible, you can freely charge any number of enemies just to clear them out. So it's probably a very solid way for handling, like, large numbers of bomb enemies, or even just big groups of enemies you'd normally have to chew through very slowly. Alright, so what are we offered now? Higher fire. Oh, here we go. Magic Spear. It's one of the new, or it is, I believe, the new summon thing. They took the knives out, which I thought was a weird choice, but I'm interested to see how this plays. So, first level, summons 2 Magic Spears. Soul Drain. Every 400th enemy killed by a summon drops a Soul Heart. I don't know if that's just a heal or what. Plus 10 damage for every max HP you have. Probably not great on this character, but I'm pretty sure that makes summon builds very viable on Diamond. And then Magic Spear gains 15 damage every time you gain a Soul Heart. Cool. Well, I'm certainly interested in trying it out. Okay, yeah, so they behave somewhat similarly to the knives, then. Just very short-ranged rather than being an enemy-seeking missile. Actually, I do. Well, we just leveled up, so what are our options? We got lightning, we have smite, magic lens, which is pretty okay. But I think I want to take holy spear. And before we continue, I do want to see if there are any new synergies. Okay, it doesn't look like there are any new synergies at the moment, which is fine. I feel like summon builds were already fairly strong. I get the sneaking suspicion come the end of the run, we are just going to be constantly in deer form. So if that ends up being the case, I feel like I feel like this character is going to be just a very strong pick. Okay, so we have on-hit effects, which we don't actually have any on-hits at the moment, but it's going to be a nice thing to have. We have the dragon now. I feel like it might be a little late for the dragon, so I'm not going to worry about that. Soul Knight would be good, but doesn't need to be picked up right away. No, you know what? We're going to take Curse, because then when the time comes, our ghost friend will be able to curse things. And I can imagine being able to inflict mass curse like that could be very powerful. That's one of the secret perks of picking the grenade launcher at the start, is it just gives you an enormous base bullet damage. Do we want to dabble with a little bit of lightning? Again, won't do anything right away. I don't think there's a reason to, though. Just thinking about it. I think it's probably better to just... Oop. And we have a boss. Who died very quickly. Alright, summon a deer friend that deals 50% of your deer form's damage. Yes, please. I love it. I love it. Alright. Oop, there's the scythe. Though, I would love to get nimble. That'll come later. So yeah, the scythe now replaces, or has its own whole tree instead of just being a thing on daggers. So it looks like it deals 40 base. Let's see. Damage increased by move speed. So the scythe also scales off of our move speed. Bullet damage plus 10%, and it's increased by bonus to our bullet damage. So I feel like we're going to hit a point where the scythe is just tearing through everything. And the scythe can also inflict curse. Perfect. Alright, yeah, so this is all coming together already. I'm hoping that this is as good as it seems like it's going to be, because honestly, seeing so many things working together with the stuff that I already know is very strong, it just feels really rewarding. And I will be a tiny bit disappointed if it doesn't work quite as well as I'm hoping. Alright, so what do we have? Oh, here we go. Trainer, summon damage plus 30%. Pulsing summons, summon damage plus 20%. Deals 50 damage to nearby enemies every 2 seconds. And that's summon damage. Interesting. Summon damage by 1% after every enemy killed. Bloodsuckers. Every 5 drops a healing item. What the heck? Why not? Let's do it! Yeah, if I saw that right, our dear friend is hitting for like 80 to 100 damage. And I can't see our... looks like our damage is 194? Yeah, so, you know, we're only about 5 minutes into the run, and I can already tell that this is a very fun character to play, and so far, while they may end up tweaking the numbers in future updates, I actually really like the summon rework so far. Now, I know it's technically possible to kill the trees, but I think it's very difficult, so we're just not going to waste time with that. Alright, so we got Ghost Wizard back, and because of that, that's probably what we're going to take. I'd love to get Feed the Beasts. I'd love to get Ritual. I'd love to get Soul Reap. This is a new one, hang on. So there are actually 2 Soul Heart. Interesting. So is Soul Heart supposed to be like temporary HP? You know what? As much as I want Ghost Wizard, we're going to take this one for science. Yeah, looks like temporary HP. Oh man, that's going to be a nice thing to have. Especially because Magic Spear works off of that. Hey! Now we can see who does it better. Hopefully me. Oh wow, yeah, you can just you can just bully that thing. Oh no. Alright, well, that fight was much shorter than I was expecting. And of course we'll take the Tome of Summoning, because why wouldn't we? Just watch our dear friends zipping around. Let's see. So, yeah, we're not interested in the dragon. Fire rate. I think one of the ghost things work off of fire rate, but I want to try to maximize the soul hearts to see what we can do with those. Especially since we took that other one. Yeah, I should be able to have quite a bit of fun with that. Come on, guys, let me out of this box. This'll only go well, I promise. That is one of the things that's interesting with the other, like the other 2 maps, is they didn't, because the other 2 maps are so enclosed, they don't have to fence you in for the boss fight. Because I'm sure the original intention was that you wouldn't just be able to constantly kite the boss so easily. And you really can't on things like the temple. Okay, soul hearts are converted to max HP after 60 seconds, which will boost our spear damage. However, I definitely want to try pulsing summons. Oh, does that trigger off of all of the summons? Oh boy. Yeah, so, seems like there's a lot of interesting synergy with the new, the new upgrades we've gotten. I am also interested to see what other upgrades this character has. Because I love the deer friend, just watching them zip around the map. But I'm very curious as to what the other, like, the other things are gonna be. Though they're just continuing the grand 20 minutes till dawn tradition of having a neat sound effect that will probably be entirely too repetitive by the end of a run. Yeah, and it seems like the longer this round's going, the more time we are spending in deer form. I do also like how our coat turns into a scarf when we turn into a deer. This game gets a lot of mileage with just grays and reds. Okay, so freeze is very tempting. Fire rate is also kind of tempting, because I'm gonna remind myself real quick. Projectiles for 8 damage. Okay. May not actually need to worry about fire rate at all. But allowing the ghost, once we get wizard, to freeze people will be really cool. Nope, and that's our 3rd soul heart, so we're up to a temporary 5 HP. Yeah, more survivability options are always nice in this game. Okay, now what? We have our walk speed, which doesn't really matter. Pyromage would eventually allow our ghost to also set things on fire, but I'm gonna take Wither, I think, just because, yeah. Everything getting cursed, just getting the extra damage on that's going to be really useful. Yep, and we're a deer again already. Yeah, I feel especially like the last 2.5 minutes of this run are just going to be us in deer form forever. Okay, I don't really like any of these at this point, so I think it's just going to be the lightning. Lightning may not even be particularly useful, but none of the others seemed to really be that useful either, so yeah, we're just going to keep running in circles and murdering anything that moves. Alright, we have Ritual, which is cool. We have Vitality, which is fine. We got 2 separate. Bullet damage isn't a really high priority. So hopefully Ghost Wizard shows back up. I knew there was a risk when we didn't take that right away, but hopefully it shows up sooner rather than later. And there it is. I'm just gonna make sure we grab it, because the ghost is kind of falling behind everything else. So, I just want to make sure that, yeah, and you can already see things are getting frozen, things are being set on fire, things are getting cursed, like, it's just going to be a big, ridiculous mess, and I am very excited to see this all come together. But we should be getting pretty close to the next boss spawning in, and I wonder, what's this? Oh, there's a separate track for summon attack speed. Ghost Friend shooting 1 additional projectile is kind of tempting, but it will, in theory, show up again. So this we have summon attack speed plus 30%, summon attack speed plus 20%, plus summons inflict burn. And another attack speed plus 20, have 30% chance to call down lightning. Summons have 15% chance to instantly kill a non-boss enemy. Okay. Attack speed, yes please. Now, the one thing I'm interested to see, or that it seems like you're going to want to make sure you're paying attention to, is making sure that when your deer form is ending, you start creating some space for yourself, because I imagine as soon as the transformation animation happens, you are vulnerable again. I'm also curious to see 15 damage every time again. Oh, well, I was actually just about to comment on this, so... Alright. Yeah, so I was interested to see if that was going to cause any we'd had for more than 60 seconds to immediately become permanent health. Or if in 60 seconds we're just going to shoot up to a ton of health. Yeah, this is... this is just getting crazy. And we haven't even gotten arrow magic or too many of the dodge upgrades offered, so it can potentially get even crazier. Ooh. Okay, perfect timing. We were starting to get a little surrounded. Oh no! That boss didn't stand a chance. Also, excuse me, character size plus 50%, move speed and summon damage plus 30%. Oh no, we're now gonna be just an enormous deer. And all of our summons and our deer form are going to hit very hard. Yeah, okay. Burn. Okay, so there is something that boosts, or that wants fire rate, however... Oh, this is tough. Blazing speed seems good. Okay, and it seems like our hearts are going to tick over a minute at a time. So if this game goes long enough, we would hit 9 permanent HP. I suspect, just given the nature of the game, we're gonna lose some between now and then. But this is... this is ridiculous. Also, I just realized this is a character that does actually want character size. So Giant and... is it Titanic, I think, are the two? Or Titan? The two things that want you to... or that, like, boost your character size is actually probably pretty solid on this one. Since she wants to actually charge the enemies in deer form, so the bigger your deer form is, the more things you can hit at once. Yeah, we'll just take Nimble for the extra speed. And we'll see if we can keep bullying every boss that dares to cross our path. We can certainly bully everything that isn't a boss that crosses our path. Don't know if I saw that right, but it looks like the transformation may actually shove things away as well. There we go. Also, it makes it very easy to pick up experience when the screen gets crowded like this. Okay, yeah. Switching back to your normal form pushes enemies away, so you don't have to worry too much about clearing space for yourself. Oh, arrow magic would be really nice. I want this one, because our damage feels like it's starting to fall off a little bit. And even though it's very late in the round, there are tons of enemies for things to kill, so... hopefully our summon damage will shoot through the roof in short order. I don't even know if this is the best way to build the character. It's possible this character really wants to be doing something else, but, like, come on, how can you resist all of this? Oop. Well, fortunately, we had Holy Shield for that little bit of brain fart, and I walked into an enemy. Yeah, I really can't see. I can't see what the damage number is in that form, but I think it's creeping up over 300. I really just can't tell, though. Alright, another boss showed up. Hopefully, we can kill enough enemies to hit deer form soon. There we go. Yeah, and then... Oh, wow. Okay, Soul Link. Gain a Soul Heart. When you lose a Soul Heart, non-boss enemies lose 80% of their health. Summon attack speed up. I think it's time to just max out Ghost Friend. And we actually shoved the boss out of the arena, so... That's really funny. Did answer a question I had earlier that I didn't really have a chance to check. This one's just being a pain in the butt. Like, I don't think the boss has properly hit us yet, but... Okay, there we go. Now, as soon as I transform, this thing is gonna die. Hopefully. Yes, we got it. Cool. Bullet Bounce, Tome of Elements, Tome of Speed. Sure. Tome of Speed just boosts the damage that Deer Form does, and we're going to take this boss for a ride as well. Alright, when in Deer Form, automatically shoot out snowballs that deal 25% of your Deer Form's damage. Sure, why not? Yes, so this has gotten completely out of hand, and I suspect that this round will be over very quickly. Sure, move speed plus 10. I really would love to know how much damage our Deer Form is doing. Not enough to kill a tree, but I think it's almost to 600 damage. Which might be the most single-hit damage I've ever done in this game. This character is ridiculously fun to play, though. Okay, well, it's a little late, but we will be taking Arrow Magic now. I imagine it is not at all going to make a difference before the end of this run. But you know what? Never hurts to... just never hurts to have more damage. Assuming we get any of that stuff offered. The interesting thing is, I feel like I usually end on a higher level. Maybe it's just a little early. Frostbite would be okay. Fire rate would be okay. I don't want to reduce my character size, so yeah, fire rate it is. And then if I see the fire rate upgrade, and there's nothing else particularly pressing, I can take that, and... Okay, yeah, the little guy is hitting for like 300, 450 damage. So, I think that's all I need to say about that. Okay, so reload rate, fire rate, bullet damage and move speed seems very nice. I feel like this character is going to be crazy in endless mode. I'm a little scared to try that. But yeah, this is This is the new one. This is just nuts. I don't know what else to say, like, look at it. Every few seconds we transform into a deer that is invincible for like 5 seconds. Sure, I guess we'll do more curse. Why not? And my move speed in this form is so high that nothing that comes near me survives. In fact, it kind of gets to a point where you're just waiting between times for the, for you to hit the 25 enemy. The 25 you need for the, the transformation. Alright, 20 more seconds. Alright, any last minute nonsense? Sure. Perfect. Maybe I'll get lucky and the timer will run out while I'm still in deer form. Yes. Perfect. Alright. But this has been... this has been another 20 minutes till dawn update. What can I say except Dasher is hilariously fun and completely ridiculous. And I also feel like the new upgrades and the summoning rework add a lot of new variety and possibilities that I'm looking forward to messing around with. Anyway, if I timed everything correctly, this should be going up just right before Christmas, so I hope that whatever holiday you celebrate around this time of year, or even if you just spend some time with friends and family, I hope you enjoy and have a nice time. And I will catch you in the next one.